Hello and welcome to the online lecture series of the Officers Academy. So today we are going to study ancient history. The chapter that we are going to study is Vedic period. So basically it is divided into two parts. Early Vedic period starting from 1500 BC to 1000 BC and later Vedic period starting from 1000 BC to 500 BC. So let us quickly take a glimpse at the subtopics that we are going to study. Now before proceeding ahead, just to remind you that आपको ये एक आदत डालनी है that whenever you study any topic, पहले आपको उसके subtopics that is structuring the entire chapter ये आपको करना है. So these are the subtopics that we are going to see today. First, starting from the origin, कि the Aryans migrated from which region of the world and they came to India. The territorial limits, that is where did they exactly stay. The tribal conflicts within them, the type of government that they set up in India, the socio-economic conditions, that is the family system, position of women in the Vedic society, social divisions, their mode of worship, that is religion, God, changes from the early Vedic period to the later Vedic period. So we will try to have a comparative analysis, the philosophical texts that were generated during this period, and last, the most important part, we will also try to solve some previous year questions which have already appeared in the exams. So now let us study about the origin, home and identity of the Vedic people. Now these Vedic people are called as Aryan. हम इन्हें Aryan क्यों बुला रहे हैं? Because this term is mentioned in the Rig Veda. Now these Aryan people, basically they belong to which region of the world? So the answer is they belong to the steppes region of Central Asia. ये steppes क्या है? Steppes are basically grasslands which are found in the part of the southern region of Russia and in some parts of Central Asia. So basically ये इस region को belong करते हैं. So they started migrating from the steppes region of Central Asia. Then for some time they stayed in Iran and from Iran they migrated to India. So आप ये डायग्राम में भी देख सकते हो the steppes region or the southern part in the Central Asian region that is between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. तो यहाँ से ये migrate हुए towards Iran and from Iran crossing the Hindu Kush mountain ranges they entered India. Now how do we differentiate them? Basically the Vedic people settled in the northern part of India. So in the southern region of India, that is in the Deccan region south to the river Narmada or south to the Vindhyan mountain ranges, so native indigenous Indians रहते थे. तो इन्हें हम कहते हैं Dravidians. So we differentiate the Aryans from the Dravidians. ये differentiation हम किस basis पे करते हैं? So we differentiate them on the basis of language. So basically Aryans is a speech group. Aryans spoke the Indo-European languages, जबकि native Indians, that is Dravidians, they spoke the Dravidi language. Now what was the way of life or major occupation of the Aryans? So the major occupation of the Aryans was pastoralism. What is pastoralism? Rearing of sheep, cattle and other animals for the animal products. So basically Aryans were nomads. They never lived a settled life. They migrated from one region to another. So जैसे यहाँ पे हम देखते हैं they migrated from the steppes region of Central Asia towards India. Next, the Aryans or the Vedic society was a horse-centric society. So this explains us what made it possible for them to move from central region of Asia, that is from the southern part of Russia towards India. So the movement was with the help of horse. Horse helped them in swift movement. Second एक importance है इस horse centric society का, इसे हम highlight कर रहे हैं. It also helped them in war against the native Indians. So horses basically provide them with the swift mobilization as well as movement. Now let us see the territorial extent of the Vedic people, that is after migrating to India. In which region of India did they settle? So migrating, crossing the Hindu Kush mountain ranges, the Vedic people settled in the Afghanistan region of India. Next in the northwest frontier province, that is regions adjoining Punjab, in the Punjab province and up to the western border of UP. So basically आप map में भी देख सकते हो the Gandhari region, that is the bordering regions of Afghan and Iran, starting from there up to the western fringes of UP, that is up to Kosala. So this was the region in which the Vedic people settled during the early Vedic period. The Officers Academy e-learning platform, you can get benefited from various online correspondence courses available on it. Download our app on your mobile phone. It is freely available on Google Play Store as well as Apple App Store. Please look for this icon before downloading. Now, why you should join our online learning program? Let us see a few advantages of online learning. First being, study at your own time convenience. Now this is very helpful for those who are working professionals or who have rotational shifts. तो आप क्या कर सकते हो? You can watch one lecture in the morning and one lecture in the evening. Now general time duration of any lecture is of 45 to 50 minutes. सेकेंड इज स्टडी एट योर ओन पेस. तो अगर आपको कोई कंसेप्ट नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो आप वही लेक्चर दोबारा रिवाइंड कर सकते हो. सेकेंड, देर इज नो रेस्ट्रिक्शंस ऑन द नंबर ऑफ व्यूज. तो आप जितने बार चाहे उतने बार वो लेक्चर प्ले कर सकते हो. थर्ड इज सेव योर ट्रैवलिंग टाइम. नाउ जनरली क्लासेस के लिए ट्रैवल करने में जो टाइम लगने वाला है ये आपका टाइम बच जाएगा. सो इफ यू आर अ वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल, अगर जब भी हम कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स के लिए प्रिपेयर करते हैं, नाउ टाइम इज द मोस्ट प्रीशियस रिसोर्स दैट वी हैव. सो एवरीबडी वांट्स टू सेव टाइम. तो इसमें आपका ट्रैवलिंग टाइम बच जाता है. फोर्थ इज कंफर्टेबल स्टडी लोकेशन. सो आफ्टर योर वर्किंग आवर्स या आप आपके घर पे बैठ के पढ़ाई कर सकते हो. वेन एवर यू आर ट्रैवलिंग फॉर योर ऑफिस और फॉर एनी अदर रीजन, सो यू कैन ऑल्सो वॉच द लेक्चर्स दैट टाइम. ये लेक्चर्स ऑफलाइन मोड में भी अवेलेबल है. सो यू कैन जस्ट डाउनलोड देम एंड वॉच देम इन द ऑफलाइन मोड एज वेल. तो आपका ट्रैवलिंग टाइम भी प्रोडक्टिवली यूज हो जाएगा. Next is lower cost of studying. Now what happens generally for the service provider, those who are providing the course, they get a benefit of economics of scale. So online coaching की जो fees होती है that is relatively less as compared to offline coaching. लास्ट इज इट इज द ओनली कोचिंग अवेलेबल इन इमरजेंसी सिचुएशंस. तो जैसे अभी हमने देख लिया था ड्यूरिंग द कोरोना वायरस एंड द कोविड-19, ऑफलाइन कोचिंग हैज टू बी शट डाउन बिकॉज ऑफ द लॉकडाउन अनाउंस्ड बाय द गवर्नमेंट. सो इन सच सिचुएशंस ऑनलाइन लर्निंग प्रोग्राम एक्टिव होता है. सो दीज आर अ फ्यू एडवांटेजेस ऑफ आवर ऑनलाइन लर्निंग प्रोग्राम. So let us see a few features of our online learning program. Get live lectures from top educators. Now the best lecturers from Delhi, subject specialists as well as retired officers will be delivering lectures on this platform. Download ample amount of free study material. The classes, notes, e-books will be uploaded on the app. Current affairs material will be regularly provided. Free online test series. Now test series will be in time bound nature, so you can get topical test, subject wise test, sectional test as well as full length test. A report will be provided to you once you solve the test. Get exam notifications. So whenever any competitive exam is out, we will tell you the schedule of the examination, so you can check the important dates on the app. Best online courses available at the most affordable price. Now our aim is to provide you with quality coaching at the most reasonable price. There is a saying in civil services, delay is directly proportional to frustration. So without any delay, download our free app. It is available on Google Play Store as well as on the App Store. So just look out for this icon and download our app. In this section, we will study about the tribal conflicts of the Vedic people. So the Aryan tribes itself or the Vedic people were divided into 5 tribes which are called as the Panchajana. Conflicts were of 2 types. First, with the non-Aryans, that is those tribes which did not belong to the Vedic community. Second is the intra-tribe conflict, that is within the Aryans themselves. Now what helped the Aryans win the war against the indigenous people of India? So it is said that it was because of the horse driven chariots which gave the Aryan an edge in the war. तो जैसे हमने पहले पार्ट में भी देखा था that horses provided them with swift movement. Now what was the outcome of this battle? Bharata tribe was victorious. Bharata signed a peace treaty with another tribe, that is Purus. Now who are the Purus? Purus was one of the losing tribe. Bhartas and Purus together started ruling and now they were called as Kurus. जो हमने लिखा है यहाँ पे rule of Kurus. Later the Kurus signed a peace treaty with the Panchalas. So Panchala is also one of the defeated tribe. जो इस Battle of 10 Chiefs में the 10 tribes that participated उसी में से एक defeated tribe है. They together started ruling this region. The region called as Kuru Panchala. जो आप डायग्राम में देख सकते हो near the regions of UP, Kuru Panchala region. और एक चीज हमें याद रखनी है, दिस बैटल ऑफ 10 chiefs was fought on the banks of river Purushni. Now this river has been identified with the modern river, that is river Ravi. Ravi is one of the tributaries of river Indus. तो ये एक पॉइंट आपको नोट डाउन करना है. Now in this part we will try to understand about the rulers, what was the type of government and what was the tribal polity setup. So let's start with the first. There used to be a king. Now the king used to be a monarch. He used to be assisted by 2 priests. तो ये priest basically क्या काम करते थे? They used to perform the rituals and the sacrifices for the king. So basically they used to maintain the image of the king as a king. Next important authority was Senani. Senani was like a commander in chief. One more important thing that we have to notice is there won't used to be a standing army. तो जैसे हम अभी देखते हैं there is a salaried defense force, army, navy, air force. तो वैसे कोई standing army नहीं हुआ करती थी. So who used to fight in the wars? तो बेसिकली ये काम करते थे the tribal assemblies. तो we come across 4 tribal assemblies, that is सभा, समिति, विधाता एंड जना. तो हर एक अपना अपना अलग अलग फंक्शन करता था. तो ट्राइबल असेंबलीज का बेसिक फंक्शन क्या होता था ये आपको थोड़ा याद रखना है. सो ट्राइबल असेंबलीज यूज टू परफॉर्म मिलिटरी फंक्शन, रिलीजियस फंक्शन एंड अदर डेलिबरेटिव फंक्शंस. तो बाकी जो इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शंस होते थे तो ये ट्राइबल असेंबलीज करते थे. वी डू नॉट कम अक्रॉस एनी इलेबरेट सिविल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. तो जैसे हम नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में पढ़ेंगे ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ मौर्यास, तो इसमें एक बहुत बड़ी ब्यूरोक्रेसी हुआ करती थी. तो ऐसे हम वैदिक पीरियड में नहीं देखते. देयर वॉज नो इलेबरेट सिविल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. Taxation, was there compulsory taxation? So the answer for this is no. Instead of a compulsive tax, there used to be a voluntary offering or a voluntary contribution which was called as the bali. So bali was offered by the people to the king, but इस पे कोई compulsion नहीं था. तो इसमें से हमने एक और एक चीज समझनी है, बिकॉज टैक्सेशन वॉज नॉट कंपल्सरी, सो द सोर्स ऑफ रेवेन्यू टू द किंग वॉज वेरी लिमिटेड. एंड बिकॉज द सोर्स ऑफ रेवेन्यू टू द किंग वॉज लिमिटेड, इसके वजह से दे डिडंट यूज टू कीप अ स्टैंडिंग आर्मी, क्योंकि अगर स्टैंडिंग आर्मी रखी तो उन्हें सैलरी देनी होगी. सेकेंड, इलेबरेट सिविल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन नहीं था, क्योंकि अगर बहुत ज्यादा ऑफिसर्स अपॉइंट किए तो उन्हें भी सैलरी देनी है. We also have to note the importance of these tribal assemblies. तो इनका एक बहुत significant role है. Now, how was the exact form of government? Was king like a dictator or a totally autocratic monarch? So answer comes out to be no. There was a power sharing. So basically it was a tribal oligarchy. इसका मतलब ये होता है that entire powers were not concentrated in the hands of one single person, that is the king. Instead of that, the Sabha and the Samiti, they used to assist, or rather they used to advise the king. So basically the power was in the hand of a group of persons, around 12 to 13 persons who used to assist the king in administration. So we come to know, or we conclude that the king was not a super powerful person. Second, in tribal assemblies का क्या एक important role है, अगर if we compare it with modern day polity, that is the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Now even though they are inspired from the Government of India Act 1935, तो अगर हम इसे एक faintly compare करें with the older day polity, so Sabha was like a general assembly of the people, whereas Samiti was a grouping of elders. So somewhere we can correlate this Sabha, which is a general assembly, with the Lok Sabha of modern day polity, and Samiti with the Council of States, that is Rajya Sabha of the modern day polity. Let us move to the next topic, that is how was the tribe, what were the tribal relations and the family system. To get started, what was the model of ruling? Model was kinship. So kinship means clan based identification. Now what is the meaning of this term clan? We will try to understand. So basically clan is like a large family who share a common ancestral linkage. तो इसका मीनिंग भी हम देख लेते हैं. तो जैसे हमने डिफाइन किया, लार्ज फैमिली हैविंग अ डिसेंट फ्रॉम अ कॉमन एंसेस्टर और अ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल हु शेयर द सेम इंटरेस्ट. सो इसके आगे के चैप्टर में भी हम देखेंगे, और वी हैव हर्ड अबाउट महाभारता. सो इन महाभारता वी हैव सीन दैट किंगशिप नोज नो किनशिप. where was the loyalty of the tribe? So loyalty was for the jana. Jana means for the tribe. So एक चीज हमें यहाँ पे नोट करनी है, there was no loyalty for the territory. या हम territorial wars के बारे में नहीं पढ़ते अर्ली वैदिक पीरियड में. Entire loyalty of the people was towards their tribe. So jana means tribe and janapada means territory. तो इसका अगला चैप्टर जो हम देखेंगे that is महाजनपदा, that is establishment of 16 large states based on territory. Next, how was the tribal structure? So let us try to understand it. So we come across 4 divisions. The largest one was called as the Viz. Viz means the entire tribe. This Viz was divided into gramas. Gramas means the small tribal units. ये gramas further divide होते थे into kudas. Kudas means family plus others. So इसमें इनके सारे relatives आ गए. And finally the grihas. Grihas means the immediate family. How was the family system? Whether it was a nuclear family or a joint family. So we come across that the family system was a joint family system and the nature of the society was patriarchal. That is, it was slightly male dominated society. So let us take a quick glance at the different online courses provided by the Officers Academy. Our next topic is position of women in the Vedic society. So before we proceed, ये आपको याद रखना है, you need to make a comparative analysis. That is what was the position of women in the early Vedic period and comparing it with the position of women in the later Vedic period. तो by the end of the chapter we will also have a comparative analysis. तो पहले हम समझते हैं what was the condition of women in the early Vedic period. So women were not given inferior status. They were treated as co-equals with the man. वुमेन कुड अटेंड ट्राइबल असेंबलीज. सो जो पहले हमने 4 ट्राइबल असेंबलीज देखे थे लाइक सभा, समिति, विधाता एंड जना. सो बेसिकली वुमेन वेर अलाउड टू अटेंड सभा विच वॉज अ ग्रुपिंग ऑफ द कॉमन्स एज वेल एज विधाता. Next, women could participate in rituals with their husband. We also have instances of women composing hymns. Hymns are like prayers, but there is no archaeological evidence for this because the hymns composed that were oral. We also see that widow remarriage was allowed and the child marriage was banned. So we come across that it is mentioned in Rig Veda. The minimum marriageable age for a girl was 16 to 17 years. And now we will study about the different social divisions which used to exist in the early Vedic period. Let us first study about the Dasas and the Dasayus. Now, who were they? So, Dasayus were basically the original inhabitants of this region. That is, basically they were not the Aryans, the original people who used to live in this region, and Dasas were the Aryan tribes. So, there used to be a conflict between them, Dasas and Dasayus. The Aryans who prevailed or who were victorious, so they were very hostile towards the original inhabitants, that is the Dasayus. Next is what was the conclusion of the war. तो जैसा हमने पहले देखा था that people, that is the common people of the tribal assemblies, they used to participate in the war. So once the king was victorious, so whatever was won in the war, that is the war booty, that was distributed amongst the people, those who participated in the war as a prize of war. But this division was not very equal. So basically this created class divisions within the society. तो किसे ज़्यादा plunder मिलता था और किसे कम मिलता था. नेक्स्ट वी सी द एस्टैब्लिशमेंट ऑफ 4 क्लासेस. अभी हमें ये एक पॉइंट थोड़ा याद रखना है दैट ड्यूरिंग द अर्ली वैदिक पीरियड crystallization of the Varna system did not take place. So this is the Varna system, that is the Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishyas and the Shudras. So इसका crystallization नहीं हुआ था. We just see the faint beginning of it. So in the early Vedic period there were 4 classes. One is the priest who used to perform the priestly duties. Second was the tribal king, that is the warrior. Now what was the duty of the king? To provide protection to the tribe. Third were the common people and fourth were the Shudras. We also come across in Rig Veda, we also come across the term slaves. Now what was the nature of the slaves? तो ये एक चीज़ हमें याद रखनी है. Early Vedic period में slaves were basically gifted to the priest. So the slaves were used for the domestic purpose. ऋग वेदा में ये कहीं पे भी मेंशन नहीं है that in the early Vedic period slaves were used in agriculture. So later Vedic period में basically slaves were used for agricultural purposes. नो हेरिडिटरी ऑक्यूपेशन, तो ऐसा कोई कंपल्शन नहीं था दैट इफ देर इज अ फार्मर हिज सन शुड बी अ फार्मर. सो बेसिकली इफ द फादर इज फिजिशियन द सन कुड बी अ पोएट. सो हाउ वन अर्न्स हिज लाइवलीहुड, तो इसमें कोई कंपल्शन नहीं था. सो ऑल इन ऑल हम देखते हैं दैट इलेबरेट टैक्स कलेक्शन मशीनरी नहीं थी. King पे there was a control of the tribal oligarchy. So overall the nature of the society was tribal in nature and the society was more or less egalitarian. That is basically there were equal rights or more or less equal rights given to the people. So now we will study about the Vedic gods, religion and the mode of their worship. So we have to remember the hierarchy of the gods. So let us get started with it. Now the most important Vedic god was Indra. Indra is also called as the Purandara. So if we go back to Rig Veda, so more than 150 hymns are directed towards Indra. Indra is termed as the fort breaker. तो जैसे हमने देखा था that Aryans used to fight many wars within the tribes and against the non-Aryans. तो इन लड़ाइयाँ जीतने में Aryans की मदद कौन करता था? तो it was considered that Indra used to help them. So Aryans used to pray towards Lord Indra or Purandara to help them win the battles. Indra is also considered to be the rain god. Next important is Agni. Around 200 hymns are devoted towards Lord Agni in the Rig Veda. Agni is considered to be a god of fire. तो ये क्यों जरूरी था? हमें ये जानना है that fire played a very important role in the life of the Vedic people. Now why it was important? Fire was used for cooking purposes. It was used to clear the forest. So the Vedic people used to worship the Agni god. Next is Varuna. Varuna is considered to be the upholder of natural order. So सृष्टि में जो भी चीजें हो रही है, it was considered to be the will of Lord Varuna. Next important god is Soma. Now Soma was considered to be a god of plants. there is one intoxicant drink which was also named after him, which is called as a Somras. तो जो हम मॉडर्न इंडियन हिस्ट्री में भी देखते हैं, दैट इज द थर्ड एंग्लो मराठा वॉर which was fought between the British and the Marathas. So one of the reason behind it was Britishers started punishing the Pindaris. Now Pindaris was a community which used to consume this somras. So just a cross linkage reference है of ancient history and modern Indian history. Coming back to important female deities Usha and Aditi. So they signify the prominence of dawn, that is morning time. अभी हम देखते हैं कि ऋग्वेदा में फीमेल डिटीज के बारे में ज्यादा नहीं लिखा गया, तो लेट्स ट्राई टू कंपेयर इट. इंडस वैली सिविलाइजेशन जो हमारा पहला चैप्टर था, तो उसमें मदर गॉडेस वाज कंसिडर्ड टू बी अ वेरी प्रोमिनेंट फीमेल डिटी. बट हम यहाँ पे देखते हैं वैदिक पीरियड में एज अ सोसाइटी टर्न मोर पेट्रियार्कल, सो द फीमेल गॉडेसेस आर गिवन लेस इंपॉर्टेंस एज कंपेयर टू द मेल डिटी. Next important part is mode of worship. So basically why they used to pray. So there used to be prayers and sacrifices. Sacrifices make term, we come across a term called as yajnas. Now what are these yajnas? So basically yajnas are any kind of rituals or sacrifices which are done with a proper objective in mind. Okay, तो एक चीज पाने के लिए किया गया हुआ sacrifice or ritual was called as the yajnas. What they used to offer, so offerings were in the form of fruits and vegetables. Okay, और ये सारा प्रेयर क्यों किया जाता था? For the worshipping was done for food. Okay, ताकि इन्हें खाना मिले, for the protection of their children and for the protection of their cattle. Now very important point. देखिए हम सारे whatever Vedic gods we see, try to look at their names. Agni, Varuna. Okay, so Vedic people found it very difficult to explain the natural phenomena. तो फॉरेस्ट फायर क्यों होते थे, द राइज ऑफ सन, द सीज एक्सेट्रा, तो ये इन्हें एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाते थे. पॉइंट इज इफ दे कुड नॉट एक्सप्लेन इट, दे स्टार्टेड वर्शिपिंग इट. तो जैसे हम देखते हैं, दे कंसिडर्ड दिस फिनोमेना एज अ नेचुरल फिनोमेना. जैसे दे स्टार्टेड वर्शिपिंग द अग्नि गॉड, दे स्टार्टेड वर्शिपिंग वरुणा, सो इट वाज प्रेज्यूम्ड दैट अग्नि विल सेव देम फ्रॉम द फॉरेस्ट फायर. So we look here that Vedic people found it difficult to explain the natural phenomena, hence they personified nature as God and started worshipping it. Now we will see the most important part. What were the changes in the society from early Vedic to later Vedic period? फर्स्ट इज द एक्सपांशन ऑफ आर्यंस. दे ऑक्यूपाइड द एंटायर यूपी. तो जो हमने पहले पार्ट में देखा था दैट दे स्टार्टेड दैट माइग्रेशन फ्रॉम द स्टेपीज रीजन ऑफ एशिया, सेंट्रल एशिया. आफ्टर दैट दे सेटल्ड इन ईरान. From Iran, they crossed the Hindu Kush mountain ranges and occupied the region of Afghanistan. Afghanistan से northwest frontier province. After that, the Punjab region and finally up to the western fringes of UP. तो ये हो गया था early Vedic period में. अभी later Vedic period में, that is from 1000 BC to 500 BC, the Aryans were able to occupy the entire region of UP. तो UP, Bihar, modern UP and Bihar region was also occupied. Second is the development of agriculture. Now one more important thing in the later Vedic period जो आपको याद करना है, इसे नोट कर लीजिए. That is the discovery of iron. Iron was discovered. तो इसका क्या importance है? Iron was used to make weapons as well as agricultural tools. So with the help of iron eggs, forests were cleared and more land was brought under agriculture. So because of agriculture, now the Aryans started living a settled life. तो इन्होंने अपने mud houses बना लिए and they started practicing agriculture. थर्ड इज द शिफ्ट ऑफ लॉयल्टी. तो लेटर वैदिक पीरियड में हम देखते हैं दैट प्राइमरी लॉयल्टी ऑफ द पीपल इन द अर्ली वैदिक पीरियड इट वाज टुवर्ड्स जना. सो जना, दैट इज द ट्राइब. लॉयल्टी शिफ्टेड फ्रॉम जना टू जनपदा. तो लेटर वैदिक पीरियड में द प्राइमरी लॉयल्टी ऑफ द पीपल वाज टुवर्ड्स जनपदा, दैट इज द टेरिटरी. What happened to tribal assemblies? तो जो 4 tribal assemblies हमने पहले देखे थे, that is Sabha, Samiti, Vidhata and Jana. The tribal assemblies lost their importance. They were replaced by a smaller body which was called as the Parishad. Now Parishad was a small body and it was dominated by the Brahmins. Next, एनिमल सैक्रिफाइसेस बिकेम मोर प्रोमिनेंट. अभी ये थोड़ा हमने याद रखना है दैट सैक्रिफाइसेस एंड रिचुअल्स दिस कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटेड टू द इनकम ऑफ द प्रिस्ट. सो मोर एंड मोर सैक्रिफाइसेस, मोर एंड मोर रिचुअल्स वर परफॉर्म्ड इन द लेटर वैदिक पीरियड इंस्टेड ऑफ ऑफरिंग्स ऑफ वेजिटेबल और फ्रूट्स. नाउ एनिमल सैक्रिफाइसेस प्लेड अ इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. Other changes that we see in the later Vedic period. First is the crystallization of the Varna system. तो जो हमने लास्ट पार्ट में देखा था that we had seen just a faint beginning of the division of the society into 4 Varnas. तो later by the time we move in the later Vedic period we see the crystallization of it. The चातुर्वर्ण सिस्टम. तो इसमें बेसिकली 4 सेक्शंस थे, ब्राह्मण्स, क्षत्रियस, वैश्यस एंड शूद्रस. टुगेदर इट इज कॉल्ड एज द चातुर्वर्ण सिस्टम. नाउ व्हाट वर द ड्यूटीज दैट दे यूज्ड टू परफॉर्म? The duties of the Brahmins was to conduct the priestly acts. So they used to conduct the rituals and the sacrifices for the kings and the others. Kshatriyas were the rulers, they were the warriors. तो जो हमने देखा that the basic duty of the king was to protect the tribe. एक difference हमें note करना है in the later Vedic period. The king became or the institution of the king became more autocratic in nature. तो जो tribal oligarchy थी या tribe का जो control था king पे, तो वो थोड़ा कम होते हमें दिखता है. Third section is the Vaishyas. Vaishyas were the traders and the merchants, the business community. And the fourth section is the Shudras. Now Shudras were basically the agriculturalists. So those who used to engage in agriculture, the agricultural laborers as well as the slaves. So this is the Chaturvarna system. Other changes that we see in the later Vedic period. Now as we have seen that the Varna system became more crystallized, we come across a ceremony called as the Upanayana ceremony. अभी basically ये क्या थी? Upanayana means the investiture of the sacred thread. तो जो आप देख सकते हो इस पिक्चर में. Now this Upanayana ceremony, it was only allowed for the initial 3 Varnas, that is the Brahmins, Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas. They were called as the Dvija, the twice born. Upanayana ceremony was not allowed to the Shudras. नेक्स्ट इज वी सी इंस्टेंसेस ऑफ सती सिस्टम. तो सती सिस्टम के बारे में आप जानते हो, व्हेन द हस्बैंड यूज्ड टू डाई द वाइफ हैड टू जंप इन द पिट ऑफ फायर. सो द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन द हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ वाज कंसिडर्ड टू बी वर्चुअस एंड बियॉन्ड वन बर्थ. Third is the derogatory practice of untouchability. So we come across communities like Chandalas जिनके खिलाफ untouchability की practice जारी थी. Now in the modern day polity we see that untouchability has been banned by the Indian Constitution. It is considered to be a heinous crime. Next we also see instances of polygamy. So as the society became patriarchal or more and more male dominated, polygamy is the practice of having more than one wife. So we come across instances where the king and some of the princes had more than one wife. What happened with the position of women? So if we compare the changes from early Vedic period to later Vedic period, the condition of women became more inferior in the later Vedic period. तो ऐसा क्यों है, हम देखते हैं. वुमेन वेर नो मोर अलाउड इन द ट्राइबल असेंबलीज नाउ. तो जो हमने पहले देखा था इन द अर्ली वैदिक पीरियड, वुमेन वेर नॉट गिवन एनी इंफीरियर स्टेटस. दे कुड अटेंड द ट्राइबल असेंबलीज लाइक सभा एंड विधाता. बट जब हम लेटर वैदिक पीरियड से इसे कंपेयर करते हैं, सो नाउ द सोसाइटी बिकेम मोर पैट्रियार्कल, प्रैक्टिसेस लाइक पॉलीगैमी केम इन टू प्लेस एंड वुमेन वेर गिवन इंफीरियर स्टेटस इन द सोसाइटी. So coming to the next subtopic of our today's chapter, the philosophical text. Now we have to study about the 4 philosophical texts, that is Rig Veda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda and Yajurveda. Let us get started with the most important Rig Veda. Now the entire source of history of the early Vedic period, most of it comes from Rig Veda. So basically what was Rig Veda? Rig Veda is a collection of prayers in devotion of the Vedic gods. तो जैसा हमने पहले भी देखा था that there were more than 150 prayers in the devotion of Lord Indra, that is Purandara, more than 200 prayers for God Agni. The second philosophical text was Samaveda. अब Samaveda क्या है? Samaveda is nothing different but the prayers of Rig Veda which are sung in the form of poems or songs. तो जैसे हम भगवान की आरती गाते हैं with a particular pattern, तो similarly the prayers of Rig Veda were sung in the poetic manner. नेक्स्ट इज यजुर्वेदा। अभी यजुर्वेदा में क्या मेंशन्ड है, whenever the rituals and the sacrifices were performed, so इसका एक particular pattern हुआ करता था. So how the rituals are to be performed, what actions are to be done during the rituals, what are the actions that are to be committed during sacrifices, तो ये सारी चीजें यजुर्वेदा में मेंशन की गई है. And the last one, that is अथर्व वेदा. So what is mentioned in अथर्व वेदा? So जो डे टू डे लाइफ के प्रोसीजर्स थे ये अथर्व वेदा में दिए गए हैं. Another important thing is to keep off the demons, that is to stay away from the evils, all the spells and charms, जिसे हम मॉडर्न डे में तांत्रिज्म कहते हैं. So these were mentioned in the अथर्ववेदा. Now coming to our next part, which is most important, that is assignment questions. तो जिसके बिना हमारा प्रिपरेशन अधूरा है. So try to solve these questions. Study about the ashrama system. So you will come across 4 systems in this. Next study about the pottery. Important pottery जैसे painted grey ware है, black polished ware है, northern black polished ware है. इसके थोड़े sites या maps भी देख लीजिए. Where exactly this is, in which region which pottery was more prominent. Then study about the Shatabata Brahmanas. ये किस लिए या किस दौरान ये rituals use किए जाते थे. Study about the material life of the Vedic people. एंड जैसे हमने इस चैप्टर में देखा कि बहुत सारे लोग यहाँ पे बहुत सारे रिचुअल्स करते थे, वैसे हमें एक रिचुअल फॉलो करना है. एनी चैप्टर दैट वी स्टडी और एनी टॉपिक दैट वी कवर, तो इस पे पूछे गए लास्ट 5 ईयर्स, प्रीवियस 5 ईयर्स के क्वेश्चन जरूर देख लीजिए. सो फॉर दिस पार्ट स्टडी लास्ट 5 ईयर्स क्वेश्चन आस्क्ड ऑन द वैदिक पीरियड. कुछ क्वेश्चन हम अभी सॉल्व भी करेंगे इन द नेक्स्ट अपकमिंग पार्ट. सो लेट अस मूव टू फाइंड आउट द राइट आंसर. स्टेटमेंट 1 दोबारा पढ़ लेते हैं. Rigvedic Aryans knew about gold, silver and copper, whereas Indus Valley people knew about copper and iron. तो जैसे हमने देखा that iron was discovered during the later Vedic period, that is after 1000 BC. So Indus Valley civilization, which was there from 3500 BC up to 1500 BC. So did these people knew about iron? So this is wrong. So statement 1 is wrong. Let us try to see statement 2. Rigvedic Aryans has domesticated the horse, whereas there is no evidence of horse during the Indus Valley civilization. तो let us try to see our previous slide also. तो जैसा हमने इसमें mention किया था that in the Aryan society was a horse-centric society. What was the utilization of horse? Horse provided them with swift movement. तो जहाँ से ये migrate करके आए थे from the steppes region of Central Asia, क्रॉसिंग द अफगानिस्तान रीजन, पंजाब रीजन एंड देन एंटरिंग इंडिया. सो इसमें इनकी सहायता किसने की थी? इट वॉज विद द यूज ऑफ हॉर्स एंड द हॉर्स चैरियट्स. सो व्हाट विल बी आवर करेक्ट आंसर? इसे देखने की कोशिश करते हैं. स्टेटमेंट 1 इज रॉन्ग, वेयर स्टेटमेंट 2 इज करेक्ट. सो आवर आंसर इज ऑप्शन बी, दैट इज ओनली 2. द ऑफिसर्स अकेडमी क्लासरूम कोचिंग मॉड्यूल. लेट अस सी अ फ्यू फीचर्स ऑफ इट. First is thought-provoking lectures. Now lectures are designed in such a manner that we start every chapter with a very basic concept of it. ऐसा क्यों है? Because candidates are from different academic background. So कोई science stream से रहता है, कोई art से, commerce, engineering, medical backgrounds, etc. So we start with the very basics of each topic. Aim is to give you a conceptual clarity. Here at the Officers Academy, we believe in providing you with knowledge and not just giving you mere information. Updated study material and notes. Now in study material we will be providing you with the flow charts, structures, mind maps of each topics as well as the current affairs notes. Study plan for each candidate. Now every candidate has different duration of time available with him. For example, some candidates might be undergraduate, so they might be engaged in their college studies. Some might be preparing full time, so they have 8 hours to prepare for the examination. Some might be working candidates, so they might hardly get 3 to 4 hours for preparation. So for every candidate, we prepare a study plan. Aim is to strategize your attempt. On day 1, you should have a complete clarity. Your preparation should be time bound as well as target bound. So according to the study plan, you have to study for the week. You have to be accountable to yourself. Next is our weekly test series. Now when you attend the lectures on a regular basis, that will be the input part, but whether you are studying according to your study plan, whether you are studying in the right direction, that will be tested by our test series. Now test series will be in 3 mode. First, a topical test which will be on weekly basis, then sectional test which will be a test of the entire subject, and finally the full length test which will be like our regular mocks, the same as the way they are asked in the examination. Interview training by retired officers. Now we have to understand that interview is basically a test of your personality. So whether you have developed the officer like qualities or not, that will be assessed by the serving and retired officers. Reading room facility is also available. So those candidates after your lectures, if you wish to study or take the benefit of our reading room facility, you can do that so that you can complete your daily studies in the classes itself and then go home. So these were a few features of our classroom coaching module. So those aspirants who wish to know more, attend a free counseling session and a demo lecture. So you can visit our Thane or Nerul branch, or you can also contact us on the number mentioned above. Let us see the next question. The religion of early Vedic Aryan was primarily of. इसके options भी देख लेते हैं. Image and idol worship, Bhakti and mystics, nature worship and yajnas, Bhakti and monotheism. तो try to recall जो हमने पहले पढ़ा था about the Vedic gods, mode of worship. तो कुछ recall हो रहा है या try कीजिए. Try to come to the right answer. Okay, let us try to recall what we have already studied. तो एक हमारा स्लाइड था रिलेटेड टू गॉड, रिलीजन एंड मोड ऑफ वर्शिप. सो फोकस ऑन द पार्ट ऑफ मोड ऑफ वर्शिप. तो इसमें यू विल कम अक्रॉस द सेकंड पॉइंट, दैट इज सैक्रिफाइसेस एंड यज्ञस. तो यज्ञस क्यों किए जाते थे? सो यज्ञस वर नथिंग बट द रिचुअल्स और द सैक्रिफाइसेस विच वर डन फॉर अ प्रोमिनेंट ऑब्जेक्टिव और फॉर अ वेरी स्पेसिफिक ऑब्जेक्टिव. And note the highlighted part in yellow also. The Vedic people found it difficult to explain nature या natural phenomena. तो जब भी forest fire होते थे, excessive flooding होती थी, so इससे बचने के लिए to protect themselves from this, they started personifying nature as God. तो जैसे हमने भगवान के नाम भी देख लिए, God Agni, God Varuna. So they personified nature as God itself and started worshipping it. So coming to our question again, the religion of early Vedic Aryans was primarily of. So look at option C, nature worship and yajnas. So this comes out to be our right answer. So stay connected with us, never miss an important lecture. You might never know which examination you clear and that might be a life-changing event for you. So kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Press on the bell icon so that whenever we update or upload any important lecture, so you might get a notification for it. If you have appreciated our quality of coaching and efforts, do like our lectures. Share this video with your friends so that even they get benefited from it. We will try to solve one more previous year question. Which one of the following four Vedas contain an account of magical charms and spells? Options भी देख लेते हैं. Rig Veda, Samaveda, Atharveda and Yajurveda. So again try to recall all the four philosophical texts that we have already seen. Trying to come to the right answer. तो हमारा पहले वाला एक स्लाइड देख लेते हैं of philosophical text. Okay, look at all the four Vedas. Focus on the fourth one, Atharveda. So Atharveda में क्या था? Knowledge of the procedures of everyday life, and the Aryans used to be scared or they used to fight the demons or the evils. So इससे बचने के लिए in Atharveda all the spells and the charms were mentioned. So our right answer will be option C, Atharveda. So thank you for attending this session of Vedic period. So today we have completed with the early Vedic and the later Vedic period. In the next part we will be studying about the Mauryan dynasty.